Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and it's wonderful to see you here this evening. If you're new here, go ahead and click the live chat button. Feel free to request any special intentions or anything for your personal well-being. We're going to start things off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. If you're watching this as a video replay, hello from the past. If you want to skip ahead to just the Reiki portion, start looking at about the 1 hour and 15-minute mark or where you see the lights begin to shift. And if you are returning, thank you for coming back around, and thank you for your ongoing support. It's lovely to see you again. If you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification courses, if you want to book a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you want to shop my crystal collection, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. So let's go ahead in and start building that grid. Awesome. So good to see you all. Chris, Jenny, let's see who else. Chris, Jenny, Christina, Blue Sky, Stella, and Stella, thank you. Thank you. I saw what you sent and I really appreciate that. Thank you. So let's all go ahead and get some requests going in here. Let's build some beautiful crystal grids. Let's see. Awesome. Okay, good requests in here. I'll get to everybody's request before we get into the healing. So we've got, wow, it's been a little while, Blue Sky. I'm glad to see you. Yeah, and in case I do end up somehow losing you all, there is a really wild storm headed its way to Philadelphia. So just know that. And the cats are very much aware that it's Reiki time. They're heading in. So let's see what we got here. Christina Westling, welcome in, welcome in. Yep, so I'll get to everybody's requests before we get into the healing. So absolutely keep things coming. It's all good. Okay, so from Jenny, you're wishing for good health for your sister-in-law's pregnancy with twins. You're at Jane's, so reminded to ask about the kitties and their diabetes and puppers and their arthritis. Absolutely. So let's get some animal healing and some happy, healthy pregnancy. So animal healing, leopard skin jasper is wonderful. Whatever is going on with your fur babies, this can be very, very helpful. It's also wonderful for attracting love and romance, a romantic partner, and for anything that's impacting your balance or coordination. So here you go. It's also a wonderful stone to work with if you want to work with your animal guides. So that's a pretty cool thing. I love leopard skin jasper. It's so pretty. And it can come in a lot of different colors. I actually got some specimens in for the shop, and I wanted to show them to you because they look so different from what we have here. Such different colors, right? Here, I'll actually open it up. This is leopard skin jasper, and this is just how different this stone can look one specimen to the next. So these will be available for sale in the shop soon. Also specifically for anything around the sugar, they have diabetes. This is also for people or animals with hypoglycemia. This is serpentine. Serpentine definitely helps with that, as well as calcium and magnesium deficiency, dementia, muscle weakness, and trance meditation, as though they're all related. And of course, crystals are helpful for everything but a replacement for nothing. They are incredible for bringing in the healing vibes, but there's also no contraindication, so there's no need to use one instead of something else. I tend to be deficient in, like, say bones. I have asthma. I have other issues too. I take all the meds that I need to take. I eat the diet I need to eat. I get the exercise I need to get. and I hang out with rocks and crystals and get Reiki also. And that's kind of how it's best used. Speaking of which, Unikite. This is wonderful for your sister-in-law. This helps with pregnancy and really every stage of a woman's life, from onset of menses to menopause and everything in between, before and after, but especially prenatal, postpartum, healthy labor, healthy delivery, and healthy pregnancy. It's also a great stone for quitting smoking and for circulation, cardiac health that impacts the circulation. And do you want to come up, little lady? Come on up, Hattie. You're not sure? Oh, you got distracted by a toy? Okay. Okay, Hattie. So that is Unikite. So it's also helpful for metabolism. So all the best to you and your sister-in-law, and to your Aunt Jane. I hope everything is well. Awesome. Sweet. Hey, come on up. Also an arthritis one. Let's see. It's pretty common we get a request for malachite. So let's put this in, because one of the things, whoa, there we go. One of the things this does is help with arthritis. It's also great for insomnia, and especially good for emotional pain, releasing that emotional pain and leaving the past behind, stepping into your future. It really helps to move the painful emotions through the heart so you can process them without getting stuck in whatever you're working through, whether it's grief, whether it's loss, whether it's end of a relationship, whatever the case may be. Also helpful for phobias too. So that is malachite. So wonderful. So glad you're here. Whoop. Knocking things over on my desk. Grace, good to see you. Is it raining in West Philly? I'm not sure, but it sounds and feels like it's getting close. Jennifer, good to see. Oh, migraine finally lifted. I'm so glad to hear that. Oh, hey, and Hattie Cat. Okay. So, Christina, oh, you had an unexpected death last week. You're having a hard time and just want to start healing. Gotcha. Let's do... Jet is my favorite grief stone. It's a type of fossilized wood that is actually not fossilized over like a long period of time, like standard fossilized wood. This is usually fossilized very quickly through intense heat, usually a volcano, and it's wonderful for processing grief. It helps you to be in your grief and meaningfully move through it, but without getting so weighed down that you feel stuck or just sort of going numb. It's also great for anyone that's working with, whether it's a human or an animal companion that is close to passing, or if you're working around a hospice type situation. And it's helpful for protection against like the evil eye, if you will, or anything paranormal. It's a wonderful stone for all of the grieving feelings. It's very stabilizing too. I also want to bring in green onyx. Green onyx is for more like the grief and sadness and the emotional pain and even emotional shutdown. It's a very strong heart healer when you're going through grief. It also helps with moving on and moving forward, more moving forward than moving on, despite the fact that you're in still a significant amount of emotional pain. It'll also help you make decisions, even though you might not be in like the ideal place to be making them, which is totally understandable. So I hope that this helps. I'm sorry you're going through it. So yeah, so that was jet and green onyx. Okay. And my next stream is Sunday at 8 p.m. everybody. So I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same times every week. And we've got Jenny for Jane, weight loss and financial abundance. You got it. So for financial abundance, let's bring in some citrine. Citrine is my favorite abundance stone. This helps call in the finances. It's also great for balancing logic with intuition and making the best decisions you can with the money you have. It also helps with, I actually saw a request for someone's dog with nausea when I was flipping through. This is excellent for nausea, citrine. Also for addictions and compulsions as well. So that is citrine. And the next for losing weight is blue apatite. And no, the name is not a joke, that really is its name. Blue apatite can help with weight loss or weight gain, whatever your goal might be. It's also just superb for your relationship with food overall, whether that's needing to change your diet or eating habits or just how you look at food and how you think about it. It's wonderful for learning your soul's purpose and having the courage to walk the path. And it also can help you to kind of strengthen your energy field, your aura, so that you're less likely and less prone to take on the energy of others. So if you feel like the term empathic resonates with you, you're around a lot of people and you suddenly start to feel really tired, this can be very helpful. It's also great for, in general, bringing about harmony and peace. So let's go ahead and bring this in. And all the best, Jane. I'm actually also going to bring in iolite because that also helps with weight loss. And that one usually gets requested too. This also helps with sleep disturbances, especially if they're related to your intuition, like you're meditating all day or something like that, and you come home and you can't sleep, or if you are having trouble being awake and kind of just being intuitively aware, this can be really helpful. It also helps, in addition to weight loss, if that's your intention, it can help with fever and your kind of intuitive sight, your clairvoyance. So we'll go ahead and we'll bring in iolite. There we go. So good to see you both. And Jenny, for me, wisdom and perspective to make the best situation with what I have. Gotcha. I've got some ideas there. So wisdom, I'm going to bring in moonstone. Ooh. We're getting thunder here in West Philly, so the cats are like, what? Yeah. So moonstone can help with connection to wisdom, especially spiritual wisdom. It's very protective of women. It helps to attract love, and it also helps to connect us with the moon. So if you do any kind of moon magic, this is really helpful. Also helps to connect us to the rhythms and cycles within nature, because the moon controls the tides and that sets a lot of the rhythms and cycles that are there. It's great for helping us to connect with the rhythm of divine timing and adjust to that, as well as protection during travel and intuition in general. So that is moonstone. So I'm going to put these out here. Next, I'm going to bring out some, let's see. Next, I'm going to bring out some garnet, which was the first stone I really wanted to bring out that kind of popped into my mind when I read that. I feel like garnet's a very pragmatic stone. It helps you not only to use what's there and look at it creatively and make the best of what you have. It's one that can also help like long-term planning and just getting things done more efficiently. It's great for organization and courage, as well as, like I mentioned, creativity, but also finding a sense of strength and balance when there's quite a bit of change going on. So that can be helpful for a number of things. So making the best of what is, and wisdom. Garnet is really great for saying like, okay, what do we do now? There we go. So thank you for being here. Good to see you. Okay. And we've got Cora Carr. So good to see you. Dell, welcome back. Christina, welcome. Let's see. Oh, I'm so sorry, Christina. There's actually another stone I can do to help with that. There is, so definitely jet will be helpful, but also let's bring in some rhodonite. And I'm glad I felt to bring in the green onyx. That's a pretty potent stone of emotional healing, so I hope that helps. But let's do, rhodonite can really help with healing the cracks of a broken heart, end of a relationship, regardless of how it ends, if it's a breakup or a passing. This is good for, on the physical level, allergies, autoimmune stuff, asthma. I use it a lot for that. But for overcoming end of a relationship, also for moving on past emotional abuse, not saying that that's for you specifically, but if anyone here is dealing with that, this can help with the healing, whether that was a long time ago or very recently. And it's also great for balancing yin and yang in the body, as well as insecurities. And I feel like there's not a lot of stones that are particularly like, well, there's a lot of stones that can be helpful for insecurities, but this one specifically is wonderful for it. But I'm glad you're here. You're always welcome here. I'm here 5 times a week. You can always drop in if you just need some good vibes and a place to be. Happy to have you. Oh, it's humid in Philly? Yeah, it is humid. Let's see. What is the crystal you used for inflammation in your earlier session? Because that is what causes a flare-up with your Crohn's. I used Dalmatian jasper. Do you want me to forego it? I'm happy to if that's what we're... Hey, Charmy, good to see you. But yeah, do you want me to not use that one? I can use peridot instead. Let me know. But yeah, I used Dalmatian jasper. Oh, also malachite is good for inflammation. It's good to see you, Cora Carr. Okay, let's see. I'll get to everybody's requests. So let's get a few of Chris's. Let's do rose quartz, carnelian, we've got garnet, and aventurine. Aventurine, rose quartz, herkimer, rhodochrosite. Let's bring in some herkimer. This is great for manifesting and like empowering your manifestation, and also for being in the present moment. This is one that can help you just enjoy where you're at right now, appreciate what you have, and I feel like that sets a really good stage for then reflecting on what you want in the future. It helps to balance discordant energy. It's wonderful for metabolism, and it's great for just relaxation in general. So we'll bring that in. Great for intuition too. So I'm going to put that right in front of Herkimer. There we go. Rhodochrosite looks similar to rhodonite, but it's quite different. So rhodonite can be pink and black, sometimes more black than pink, sometimes vice versa. Rhodochrosite is white and pink. This is wonderful for mother-baby bonding and healing the wounds of a lack of mother-baby bonding at any point. So if this was something a long time ago, this is something that can still help it in the present. Also helps stress, headaches, and asthma, and for telepathy, especially if you're connecting with your ancestors or a deceased animal companion. So that's rhodochrosite. Aventurine is a wonderful stone for sort of opening the heart center and reminding you that you are more than you think you are, and you can set your goals higher. This helps with heart rhythms, allergies, fertility, eye problems, and in general, helping encourage you to see a greater potential for yourself. So that's green aventurine. There we go. Next, I will bring in carnelian. Carnelian helps with relationships and everything connected with the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is the center of relationships. So we normally think relationship, we think romantic relationship, and this absolutely covers that, but all relationships, family, colleagues, coworkers, every kind of relationship. It's also creativity, fertility, attracting a romantic partner if you're looking for one, and for wound healing, as well as cold and allergies. I think I saw someone mention a cold. So I hope that this helps them too. So that is carnelian. Carnelian is also like sexuality, sexual function, and dysfunction. There we go. Rose quartz we're probably all familiar with, but it's such a lovely, high vibrational heart center stone. This helps expand our center of love. It encourages us to get a little bit better at self-love and also to feel the love around us more. It reminds us that we absolutely deserve unconditional love, and it makes it a lot easier to let go of pain of the past, as well as pain of the past, but also whatever you might be feeling right now, whatever weight you might be holding in your heart. It can help with reminding you that there's something better that can come in and take the place of that pain. So we've got that there. And did we already get emerald? Let's get emerald, and then I'll come back to the rest of your requests. So emerald helps with healing the skin, but it's also good for like reinvigorating your passions in life. Not just passion like romantic passion, but for life in general, for your career, for your hobbies, for all the things. Like all of the things that you were once excited in if you feel like they've kind of lost their zest. It's great for the upper respiratory system, bronchitis, lungs, all of it, as well as restoring our confidence in our own appearance. And yeah, this is actually raw emerald. So we'll put these here. Okay. And I'm going to keep coming back to your requests too. Thank you for being here, Chris. Hey, Mary Sue. And Prudence. Good to see you both. Okay, let's see. Sunstone, celestite, and chevron. You got it. So sunstone, celestite, and chevron. sunstone is wonderful for being recognized, being seen, expanding your vision of how you see yourself and how you see your goals in an even bigger way than adventuring. This helps you to be recognized for what you've done. It gets you lots of lovely career opportunities, opportunities for promotion. It helps you to move past phobias as well. And it can also aid in marketing your business or getting yourself out there if that's something that's important to you. It helps with also, some folks talk about how it can help if your goal is to move to a sunny place, which I think is interesting. So we'll bring that in. So if you're looking for a new job and you're interviewing or looking to start your own place, sunstone can be great for both of those as well. Celestite helps with connection to our angels, our spirit guides, and our higher self. It's great for discernment, especially if you have trouble telling what is intuition, what is your logic, and what are your fears. It can help you to discern which are what. It's also wonderful for helping change our experience of pain because it's a very high vibrational upper chakra type stone. It shifts our relationship with or our experience of our bodies just slightly in the moment, which can be really helpful for kind of changing how we experience pain. So I've used it in that way before. So that is celestite. Celestite is very related to angelite. And the next is chevron amethyst, and that's amethyst with these lovely stripes within it. So chevron amethyst, and you can see what I mean by those stripes. You could see them most on this top specimen here, but they're in all of them to some extent. So chevron amethyst helps to take what we're thinking and asking for and what we need up to spirit, helps open us up so we can hear spirit. It's wonderful for cultivating tolerance of others, and it's thought really helpful for things that are degenerative, like degenerative diseases. So we'll bring those in. There we go. It's great for shamanic work, visionary work, scrying work, any kind of clairvoyant type work. It's so good to see you, blue sky. Jennifer, finding a place to live this weekend because I am starting to get the anxiety about the whole thing. Gotcha. So Jennifer and I are both looking for places to live. Jen is selling her house and moving. I am moving apartments. We currently don't live too far away. Let's see. Oh, hang on a moment. Copyrighted music going by. Sorry about that. If YouTube hears copyrighted music in the background of a stream, they will cut me off in a second. So tourmalinated quartz can really help with like breaking up really stuck energy, especially from like older and childhood things. This can help with finding a job or a new stream of revenue. It can also help with like finding a place that's of permanence too. This is additionally a stone that can help with wanted to get that out of the way. This can also help with protection of those who travel, particularly if it's by road and by driving. And it's thought to help cardiac health, especially where there's blockages. So this is new jobs, breaking up old energy, and I have used it to help me find a place to be and feeling calm and connected there. So that is tourmalinated quartz. This is black tourmaline going through quartz. So we'll put these here and here. And that quartz can be clear or green, as it is in this case. The other one that came through really loud and clear was Tiger Eye. Tiger Eye can help with things like research, so that can help you research like exactly where you want to go, but it's also great for courage, strength, and most importantly, balance. Balance and big picture. So you're not kind of jumping from the frying pan into the fire, so to speak. It'll help you kind of see all of the different aspects of what house you might be looking at, what area you might be looking at, what possibilities exist, and it might help quell some of the nervousness and fear and tendency to want to jump to whatever it is just to have the thing already set in motion. It's great for big picture thinking and also entrepreneurship, but it's very protective as well. And the protective energy certainly can't hurt in this or any instance. So we'll bring in Tiger Eye. Let's actually put this here and here. Let's do that. Awesome. I hope that that helps, and keep me posted. I hope everything goes well. Actually, I'm going to bring in pyrite also. Pyrite we generally use for bringing in financial abundance, and just to be clear, universe, yes, please provide us with that too. But this can also help with connection to our intuition while also being protected. It can help with the brain, the lungs, memory, and even fever. And I feel like, and also like energetic protection. So while you're opening to intuition, also being protected. So I hope that your intuition helps you to find the right place and calling in the resource abundance. I mean, house is a resource, so it certainly counts. So we'll bring that in too. So pyrite. And Christina, keeping a positive mindset, faith in the divine timing. That's definitely Moonstone, is faith in divine timing, and also Herkimer. And healing for your dog Rocco. He had surgery last week and you're struggling with his nausea. Okay, that's the one I saw with nausea. So citrine helps with nausea, and leopard skin jasper helps with everything animal involved. And let's see, positive mindset, we definitely need one for. So let's do that. Let's bring in some zoisite. This can really help with releasing negativity. It can also aid in fertility and breaking up apathy and sluggishness. It can be really encouraging too, especially when you have a lot of small tasks to move through. It'll help prevent you from procrastinating or getting distracted or not wanting to deal with it. It helps to remove obstacles and encourage you to move through obstacles quickly and easily. So that can help with a positive mindset. So yeah, we'll bring this in. Let's put that one here and here. Actually, let's put zoisite under serpentine. Make a little bit of room there. There we go. So all the best to you, Christina. It's good to see you, and all the best to your doggy. Vincent, good to see you. Welcome back in, Paul. Good to see you also. Oh, good stuff. Let's see. Blue sky, anything to help find my North Star and for faith and trust. Gotcha. Definitely blue apatite helps with connecting to our soul's purpose, understanding it, and the courage to act on it. So that's very helpful. Let's also do Larimer. This can help connect with our spiritual purpose and brings a lot of confidence. Ooh. and encouragement, because our spiritual purpose is going to look different from everyone else's. So we'll feel like you're a pioneer. Like that's just kind of how following the spiritual path goes. Larimer is only from the Dominican Republic. It's a beautiful stone, and that can very much help. So we'll bring that in. So there we go. Awesome. I think I also want to bring in Chrysocolla. This can also help encouraging you to follow your spiritual purpose. And it's wonderful for making decisions, especially making decisions that are important for your soul's purpose and your greater good. So let's see. So this is one. They're somewhat heavy, so I'm trying to make sure that they don't just drop. So here we go. 2 pieces of Chrysocolla. So Chrysocolla is mined pretty close to malachite and copper. So that's the sort of patina color that you'll see there. So let's actually put 1 piece here and 1 piece at the bottom. No, let's put 1 piece right here. Yeah, let's put that piece there. So thank you for being here. All the best, and I hope that it helps. There's Grace, getting well from a cold. Absolutely carnelian, but I'm also going to bring in one other. Oh, and emerald too. That'll help with the upper respiratory thing. Let's bring in some green kyanite. Green kyanite is great for throat, chest, lungs, asthma, but also colds. It helps also on a spiritual level, balancing our spiritual side with our like mundane, like normie stuff. And it's great for connecting with plants and nature, as well as gaining insights and wisdom through intuition. So this is green kyanite. So let's do pieces here. When we had the really bad variant of COVID out, Omicron, we were using this almost every day, and folks found it really helpful. I mean, it's no cure-all or replacement for anything, but it was definitely helpful for the symptoms, at least the upper respiratory side of them. So all the best to you. I hope you heal up soon. Oh, Phoenix, I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you. That's awesome. Absolutely. Let me know how it goes. And thank you for letting me know. Let's see. Cora Carr's intentions: mental clarity, mental focus, stronger eyesight, opening the third eye, connecting with divine source, the all. Absolutely. So let's start with mental clarity and focus. Let's bring in some bumblebee jasper. So pretty. Lots of sulfur and arsenic in this one. Definitely do not put it in water and drink it. Mental focus for sure. This is energy, vitality, that like let's get it done attitude. It's bringing about collaborations and getting everybody on board, but definitely the focus and the clarity are huge. It's also great for empowering any kind of manifestation, whatever you're asking for. And it's positivity, confidence, and just motivation overall. It brings a lot of energy. It's great for decision making too. So if that's something anyone's struggling with, this can be really helpful. So that is Bumblebee Jasper. So that's the mental clarity and focus. Stronger eyesight, I'm going to say, is definitely Aventurine, but I'm also going to bring in Sapphire because your next request is help with the third eye. Sapphire helps not only with so the third eye chakra, for those unaware, the third eye chakra helps connect us to intuition, the things that are beyond the human eye's ability to see and the human ear's ability to hear. So it helps with that. It helps with channeling, mediumship, bringing through messages for yourself or others, connecting with your angels, your guides, your higher self, and also envisioning positive outcomes when everything is in flux and changing. But it's also great with the eyes as well as the ears. It's helpful for dementia as well, whether it's the person with or the family and friends supporting the individual, as well as the thyroid and bringing about justice speedily. So that's Sapphire. So let's just put this around. So I hope that that helps on everything you asked for. There we go. And connection to the divine source and all that is. So we have Herkimer diamond in there. We have chevron amethyst in there. The first stone that popped to mind when you said that was actually sugilite. Sugilite is about connection to the oneness of all, the connection to the divine oneness and the interconnectedness of all beings everywhere, and awakening unity, that everyone be aware that what we do outwardly is what we do outwardly to others, we do to ourselves. So this is sugilite. It's a very high vibrational stone. It also does support the third eye as well as the crown. So that's sugilite. There we go. Ooh, sorry about that. Thank you for being here. It's wonderful to see you. Sharmi Patel, release control, ride this wave of complete uncertainty. Anything to help with the plot twists that seem to keep on a-coming. Okay, we can definitely help with that. Let's bring in some Mookaite. That can help with accepting change. It also helps with making decisions. This also goes by Australia Jasper. But yeah, also wonderful for bladder pain as well and for calming digestion. And it's thought to help with the immune system, give the immune system a boost. But mostly this is about accepting when things are shifting and changing, which makes it easier to keep moving forward. So let's go ahead and balance the other side with this. So that's Mookaite or Australia Jasper. Releasing control. And Picture Jasper. Also Garnet, which is already in there. That's a lot of like strength and stability in times of intense change. So that's in there already. That's really helpful. But this is also Picture Jasper's great for kind of big picture. Yes, that's why it's the name. It's great for like seeing the big picture of everything, but also envisioning something big and beautiful. Just like if you look at it, you could look and see like a desert scene in these. So that's why it's Picture Jasper. It's helpful for also finding hidden fears and moving past them so that we're less likely to get stuck. That'll also help you to kind of tuck and roll and go with the changes. And it can help with new ventures and adventures too. If you end up in any position where you're experiencing different cultures, different languages, different peoples, this is going to be a really helpful stone to help you kind of adapt to that and embrace it in a really wonderful way. So I hope that this helps, Sharmi. Good to see you. Hope all is well. And Jennifer also requests some Numite, Angel Aura Quartz. I only have okay, I'm gonna duck out of scene really quick. This is Angel Aura Quartz. And yes, I have a tiara of Angel Aura Quartz that has lights on it. Angel Aura Quartz is similar to Aqua Aura in that these were clear quartz crystals that were put through a human process to coat them and kind of give them this like opalescent sheen. And it's thought to be very angelic and connected to interconnectedness and the universe. So yeah, I will wear this tiara for a little bit. I wore it on my birthday too. Yes, very connected with the angels. Angel Aura Quartz. Peridot, we've got sunstone, so we'll do peridot and numite. Okay. So, numite helps with, it's very protective, especially of our spiritual items. This is something to put near your spiritual tools, your crystals, your tarot cards, anything like that. It really helps protect them. It's also wonderful for connecting between the gaps of the spirit realm and earth. So it can also be, theoretically, could also be helpful in the transition between life and death. This is also a wonderful stone I often use for like shadow healing and reflective work. It's thought that the more you go deep within to heal the aches and pains. Oh, hang on, copyrighted music. Okay, they moved along. Okay, so it helps when you're going through this really deep kind of like your emotional junk drawers. It helps with like reminding you, like these golden flashes come through when you're in the deepest darkness, to say, hey, here's a little flash of brilliance from spirit. Here's a little lesson, a little reflection of your innate beauty. So numite. Numite is only mined in Greenland and only a few months of the year because it's frozen. The ground above it is frozen the rest of the time. And I'm just going to put 2 more pieces at the bottom there. And these are from the crystal shop from learnreikiphiladelphia.com, my crystal shop. They're for sale there. And peridot helps with breaking up habits and cycles that aren't serving, and it helps to empower the best friendships and relationships in your life that help you to be the best version of yourself. It's also helpful for weight gain, depression, prosperity to some extent, and everything having to do with digestion. This is IBS, Crohn's, anger, jealousy, things like that. So this is peridot. And ooh, I hear that wind outside. I hope you're feeling better. Let's see. Jennifer Vatsa, Angel Aura is done properly in gold, titanium, and platinum treated. Yeah, that makes sense. Pretties. Glad y'all like it. Oh, what's in the center? Bumblebee jasper and sugilite. So it's 2 stones. And good to see you, Catherine. Okay, so Del, you do want Dalmatian jasper. Okay. Okay. If I got that wrong, correct me. Okay. Prudence Jane, something for cramps and discomfort. Period stuff. Gotcha. Pink tourmaline is wonderful for all things GYN related for sure. Also for hormone healing regardless of gender. So pink tourmaline, oops, there's still one in here. There we go. Pink tourmaline also helps with mom and baby bonding, spinal injuries. It helps us to break down a negative self-image and replace it with something a lot more healed, as well as muscle weakness. So it's a beautiful stone all around. It's also thought helpful for migraine and neuralgia, which is nerve pain. And I often use it for the nerve pain. So there we go. So that's pink tourmaline. And unakite is already here. And that's a stone that I would pick for you too. That helps with all phases of a woman's life, especially when it comes to gynecologic health, but also labor, delivery, onset of menses, onset of menopause, mom and baby bonding, good relationships, all that good stuff. So I hope that helps, and I hope you feel better. Also, let's see. Oh, I know it helps. Septarian is great for muscle spasms too. So that'll help with muscular pain. As is septarian. This is great for muscle stuff, muscle pain, muscle spasms. And so this will help with the cramping too. It's great too for skin wounds and lesions, which I know it's helped Dell. And it's great for when we do our deep emotional healing. This is a really good stabilizer for your solar plexus, which is your center of self, your personal identity, and listening to your own sense of will and what you want to do in life. On an emotional healing level, this is one that helps us to get to the root of the beliefs and the habits and the attitudes and the thoughts that we have. It's also helpful, like it's so supportive we can be vulnerable with ourselves and with what we're healing. So this is septarian. So yeah, lots of emotional growth there. So I hope that helps, and I hope you feel better. Paradigm shifts and learning new material. Awesome. Paradigm shifts for sure. Sugilite helps, and learning new material too. I'm going to bring in prehnite. Prehnite helps with any kind of really spiritually aligned learning and teaching. It helps with finding your spiritual path. It helps with keeping your mind from wandering when you're meditating, and it can also be really helpful for things like lucid dreaming and prophecy, divination, like big level intuition type stuff. It's also helpful for refusing unfair demands. So if anybody that has a hard time saying no, this is a wonderful stone to work with, and that's prehnite. Yeah, when people ask me, like, what do you use for lucid dreaming? I often suggest this stone. So let's do... this here and here. Good to see you. Chevron definitely helps. Chevron amethyst definitely helps with accepting others, for sure. And Celeste, you were hoping would help with wrist pain too. It definitely does, but also let's bring in some howlite. Howlite can help joint pain too. It's great for bones, joints, whether it's pain or healing that's needed. It's great. It's thought to be helpful for things like strengthening bones and things like that. I have really brittle bones, so I use this along with, again, crystals don't replace anything, nor do they need to. So I use this along with taking calcium supplements, doing weight-bearing exercises, things like that. It also helps with learning, believe it or not, and on an emotional level, anger, resentment, and frustration, really challenging emotions that can kind of almost hijack us in a moment's notice. This helps us to take the sting out of it so that we can make some more thought-based and rational decisions about whatever's prompting those challenging emotions. It's also great for teeth, hair, and the bones in general. So we'll bring in howlite. So I hope that that helps. I hope that your wrist keeps feeling better. There we go. Okay, and yeah, Jennifer requested Angel Aura Quartz, and so I was like, well, I only have these. It's in a tiara. And for Dell, I'm going to go ahead and put in Dalmatian Jasper to help with the Crohn's. This is great for also, in addition to Crohn's and any kind of GI, anything really, this is also really helpful for bringing about energy clearing, as it's black tourmaline going through jasper. Black tourmaline keeps negative energy at bay. Like, it's kind of like when you put magnets together that don't attract, they kind of like, you know, they repel from each other. It's sort of like that. It helps to clear our energy field or auric field. Oop. Sirens? Sorry, West Philly gonna West Philly. But yeah, the black tourmaline helps to clear our energy field around us. That also helps us to break down cynicism if we've gotten really jaded about things, and it helps to foster a good environment for collaboration and cooperation. So that is Dalmatian Jasper. Let's put some bigger pieces around the outside of the grid. We haven't done that in a while. I feel like that, in addition to helping digestion, that'll also like big time help clear our energy fields. And things are feeling kind of heavy. Every night here has felt like a little bit of a full moon since the full moon. Requesting pyrite and citrine. We have both. Citrine is here and pyrite is here. So you are good, Catherine. Hey, Heart. Oh, yeah, someone requested this. Requested the crystal, and I put on the tiara. Yeah, I bought the tiara that was made by someone, and then I kind of put the lights in it, and I have a battery pack that's just down the back of my shirt. So yeah, it is actually glowing. There's lights woven into it, like those wire lights. A crystal for the gut microbe, please. I think I know what would work. Yeah, here, I'll show you how it is definitely a light up. Here, let me just feel the battery pack. That's without the lights. And that's with the lights. I'm hanging in there, Heart. Thank you for asking. Yeah, this whole move situation is... my goodness. Yeah, after we're done tonight, I'm gonna go around and continue the big what do I not need, what can I pack kind of situation here. Let's see, for the gut microbes, I feel like okay, so the two that came to me intuitively for gut microbes, one is fossilized blue-green algae. This is known as Kambaba stone. This is one that it helps to enrich the energy it helps to enrich the energy. It can enrich things like nutritional profiles, or it's thought to. But I usually work with it for its connections to the ancestors. It's also helpful for the growth of plants and crops, so it could also be potentially good for the growth of gut microbe. It helps with meditation as well as courage and confidence. It helps in learning languages and also in connecting to the ancestors and connecting to the spirits of plants. Also connecting to the ancestral lands of your lineage. This can be really helpful. And it can also help a lot of environmental issues too. So if you're looking to do any healing work on the local or larger environment, this is a wonderful stone to work with. Again, this is Kambaba stone, often called Kambaba jasper, and it is fossilized blue-green algae. So I'm going to put this here and here. And moss agate I also wanted to bring in. This is thought to help. This is actually really sacred in, like, tree agate looks similar, and that's sacred in Ayurveda. Moss agate is sacred, or at least highly revered, in Chinese medicine. And it's thought to help with anything that's moving through the body quickly. That's like an infection or an invader of some kind. And a lot of times it's things like infections that wipe out the gut microbiome. So this can be really helpful with kind of restoring that balance. It's also helpful with connection to spirit, connection to your higher self, your inner child, and with relieving fears of the unknown. Like, I don't know what's going to happen, so I'm very fearful. It helps to kind of calm that. But it's very good for unconditional love and connection to spirit in general. It's a very spiritual stone, but also very deeply healing. So that is moss agate. And I'll just move it a little closer so you can see it a little better. Lots of green and clear kind of stone. It looks like moss. There we go. So I hope that that helps, Del. I'm sure that's there's something on the grid already, but your dog is having some skin issues. What do you suggest for doggy skin issues? Leopard skin jasper. It's excellent for animals, for everything, but it also is great for skin issues. When I fostered the kittens. Actually, I failed the kittens. I was fostering 3 kittens with ringworm. And that's like a fungal infection. It's a really nasty one. It can be really hard to treat, especially in cats. And I cleared all 3 of them of the ringworm, got one of them adopted right away, and these 2 were so bonded, I insisted they go together. And for months, no one put in a single application. So I think they were just meant to be here, so I just adopted them. But I used leopard skin jasper for their skin, as well as just for healing in general. There's also for skin issues in general, anything impacting like skin allergies particularly, is blue lace agate. So I'll bring some of that in. Blue lace agate is also great for arthritis and healing fractures, and for communicating, especially communicating things that are really difficult to say, like really emotionally charged types of things that your emotions kind of don't want to express. It's also helpful for in a way kind of softening your words if you have to say something to someone else that they might find difficult to hear. And it's great for anything impacting the throat, really, at all. So that's blue lace agate. So yeah, so leopard skin jasper has you covered, but I figured let's put that in there too for skin stuff. Phoenix, where am I moving? I don't know yet. That's the stress. Wherever I can afford. Yeah, I have to move because my landlord jacked up the rent by a lot, which is also why my upstairs neighbor's moving and this one's moving. So like we're all looking and we're all keeping each other in check. Like I talked to my upstairs neighbor today and he goes, and I was like, yeah, I'm still looking. He's like, oh, let me talk to the person I'll be renting from, see if he has anything else. So like just keeping open to whatever I can find. But I'm moving wherever the universe puts me, I guess. Blue apatite and something for releasing anger and frustration and opening a path for the future. Blue apatite is here. Anger and frustration is howlite, and that's here. Let's also bring in dumortierite because that can also help with anger as well as giving us patience. Also great for standing up for yourself, as well as healing the ligaments and tendons and in general lots of different connective tissues too. So that's dumortierite. This is also one that helps tidiness. So if you're doing any kind of cleaning this weekend, this can be helpful. So let's move up the tourmalinated quartz and put in the dumortierite. There we go. And opening a path for the future. Definitely picture jasper, which we have. I feel like so many of the stones I would say for connection to a path to the future are already here. From picture jasper to, wow, that's a loud, wow, that's a bunch of horns. For connecting with your soul's purpose and moving forward, chrysocolla, larimer. For leaving pain in the past and moving forward, we have malachite. For removing obstacles, we have zoisite. I think we've got it covered, but let me know if there's something else you want me to add. Good stuff, but I'm so glad you're here. But yeah, no real leads yet. Yeah, searching for apartments has become just wild. Just wild. Just absolutely wild. Yeah, it's just something else. Catherine says, from this day forward, I will be known as Danielle the Crystal Queen. Wear your tiara proudly. Why, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love it. Oh, you've got blisters on your foot and a staph infection. The moss agate will help with your body. It's thought to help in Chinese medicine. Anything that they would say it has wind, that's anything that's moving quickly throughout your body like an infection, and hopefully the staff's not doing that, but this will help your body get a hold of what's going on. So all the best for you there. Move to Pittsburgh. That's an interesting suggestion. Maybe. I definitely have to stay in Pennsylvania for my health care. Other than that, I'm kind of like, okay, universe, where you want me to go? Yeah, rent is absolutely out of control. Absolutely is. Yeah, people in other buildings nearby have said the same thing. Like, it's just wild. And like what they want from you to move in is wild. What they want to even schedule you for a viewing of the apartment is wild. Like, it's nuts. Is leopard skin jasper good for congestive heart failure in dogs? Oh, it definitely isn't going to hurt. I would say I've used it for that. I'm not sure how far along or what else is going on there, but it's definitely not going to hurt. Leopard skin jasper is good for anything with animals and connecting with animals for the sake of healing, or connecting with your animal guides. But when it comes to specific healings, especially the skin and especially parasitic stuff, so parasites and stuff. But oh, I'm so sorry. Poor doggy. You moved from the DC area to Pittsburgh. Much better cost of living. That's good to know. Thank you, Phoenix. Thank you. JS, it's wonderful to see you. Intentions, joy, and confidence in connections, both new and familiar. That is perfect for honey calcite. This is optimism in difficult times and helps with attracting and connecting with people that really resonate with you, that are very harmonious to where you're at right now. And that's it balances solar plexus with who you are and what you want in life, with sacral, which is how we relate to others in the world around us. It's also wonderful for bringing a lot of joy in. It's a very, very strong joy stone. And also for just in general, it's also thought to be helpful for supporting postmenopausal women, which I wish I'd known when I went through menopause. I went through menopause early. I lost my ovaries, and I wish I'd known about that because I would have worked with this stone. So let's bring these in to balance the Kumbhava stone. So good to see you, JS. Pittsburgh is a pretty cool city. I have not been out there. I have not been west of State College, Pennsylvania. I'm like that episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia where Charlie never left the city and he'd never had fruit, and then he eats a pear with the sticker. Yeah. I've never been west of State College, Pennsylvania, so maybe a field trip's in order. I've been to Canada, where my family's from. I've been to Florida, but I've never been west of State College, PA, which is only a little more than halfway there. Sounds like a good time for a field trip, though. But I've heard only amazing things about the city. You read that someone is buying up buildings in West Philly? Yeah, a lot of people are. I'm not surprised. Charmy, question for Danielle, if you're okay with answering. How do you maintain and stay your energy while you do this type of work and being stressed to find a new home? Lots of Reiki. The Reiki helps. That's it. That's all I got is the Reiki. Yeah. And also, I'm lucky enough to have a great friend who's offered to be like, hey, I've got this extra room. You can stay in it if you need to. I would just put my stuff in storage. And I found a storage company. I've worked with them before, where they'll pick up your stuff and bring it to storage and store it for you. And then when you're ready to like move or get settled in, they will bring it to your new location and deliver it there. And they're not horribly expensive. So, I mean, it's not ideal, but you know what? I've got a fallback, so that makes it really easy to work with too, at least in my Capricorn brain. It's like, if I can't plan it all, at least I have the fallback. But the Reiki helps. Well, thank you for asking. Yeah, there's a lot going on in West Philly. Move to Ireland, please, please, please. Oh, if only I could. Well, maybe I could. I've looked at Europe. There's another country in Europe I'm looking at. Not for like tomorrow or next month, but like soon-ish, big-ish on the soon. But I'm working on it. And that won't be too far from Ireland. Oh, you're going to Pride tomorrow. I hope everyone will be feeling connected and supported. Awesome. Eva's boyfriend Douglas has been diagnosed with congestive heart failure. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear this. I have to look up more about congestive heart failure. Unakite is excellent for, and aquamarine are excellent for circulation and the moving of fluids in the body. So in that aspect of the heart, and I think that's part of what it's related to, because I think my grandfather had it, in addition to a number of other things. He was 92 and he had asbestosis for decades before he passed. So it was a number of things. So they can help with fluids. When it comes to rhythms, it's thought to be more aventurine. Oh, Catherine is reminding us to smash that like button. Thank you, because the YouTuber forgot to mention the like button. For going to Pride, I'll definitely say blue kyanite. This is radical self-acceptance, which is exactly what that's all about. It's also being able to understand spiritual guidance. It's great for neurological care, especially mobility and speech. So we'll bring this in. But yeah, this is loving yourself exactly as you are. So blue kyanite. So we have green kyanite and blue kyanite in this grid. That's awesome. We haven't had blue kyanite in a bit. So there we go. So enjoy Pride. Which one? Because if it's the Netherlands, let me know if you need my help. Oh, I can share. Portugal. Portugal I'm looking at. Yeah, Portugal I'm looking at. But I'm also looking at Ireland. But I'm looking at Portugal too. Yeah, the Netherlands I've looked into as well. I'm aware of the like Dutch-American Friendship Treaty and like, yeah, I've done that research too. But thank you for offering. That's awesome. Thank you. Awesome. So let's see. And I do have a close friend and colleague who I've worked with before when she lived in Jersey who lives in Ireland. And I'm trying to remember her professional name. But I think you would love her. I think you would love her, Del. I'll look it up in a little bit and I'll put it in the chat. Because she's amazing. And she also does IET. I do IET as well. And she does astrology, and she's an amazing astrologer. Awesome. Okay, cool. Let's see. Oh yeah, I would move to Ireland. I'm looking to move to the EU. To an EU country. But yeah, I would totally go to Ireland or Portugal. Those are like my two favorites that I would go to. And they're the two that I'm most familiar with the culture, other than like I'm familiar with Germany and I speak a little German, but all the Germans speak more English than I speak German. So it's kind of useless. But yeah, like I'm somewhat familiar with their cultures, but I'm mostly familiar with Irish culture and even more Portuguese culture. Oh, that's cool. Chanticleer Garden. I haven't heard of that. But thank you, Del. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and say it's 20 after. So let's go ahead and I'm going to quickly do the explanation of what Reiki is, how it works, and I might kind of do it a little bit extra quick today. Y'all go ahead and know what to do. Hit the like button and share everything that you're grateful for. I'm grateful for all of you, and you all are amazing, and I love hanging out with all of you. And then we're going to get into the Reiki. Please don't take our dear Danielle from Philly. I'll still come back and visit. I could never stay away for long. But unfortunately, I'll share it another time, but there's basically reasons that as a handicapped person, I can't continue staying in the US and also have quality of life. And like, I can't have more than $2,000 in assets and have access to the healthcare that I need to be able to work and live. And there's no support if I don't have the ability to earn something. So it's like, how would I ever retire? And yeah, it's all of that. So it's unfortunate. Maybe if things change, but I don't see them changing immediately. Yeah, I love that. You can take the Danielle out of Philly, but you can never take the Philly out of Danielle. No worries. This is true. And the poor individuals that have to find that out the hard way. It'll be a day. Okay. So, what is Reiki? So many apologies for all of the sirens here in West Philly. And let me just see how the stream is doing. Just monitoring how it's all going. Awesome. So, Reiki. Reiki has become a catch-all term for energy healing, and really specifically, I work with Usui Reiki. This particular style of energy healing, Usui Reiki, is incredibly powerful and very spiritual, yet very secular. And I think that's why it resonates with us so much. So when I connect with the energy of Reiki, which is already flowing through you, through me, through everyone and everything, essentially it's already supporting your body, mind, and spirit to already get into a sense of healing and balance the best that it can at this moment. Essentially what I'm going to be doing tonight is using Usui's techniques to connect to that energy source that's provided by spirit, however you define it, and directing more of it to you to support your body, mind, and spirit to heal even more. And it'll be palpable. You'll have feelings within your body. Emotions may rise up or get released. Mentally, you may be able to process some things or hear your subconscious. And spiritually, you may get some big confirmation, some clarity, some intuition. You may have a really great nap, and you may have a big combination of all of the above. It's usually more like an individual combination of all of the above. During the session, you don't have to do anything. You can lay down or sit up. I suggest you be in the most comfortable position you can, but you can get up and grab something, move around. You don't have to sit still. You can even stretch, move, bend, or journal if you want to. If at any point you feel like you get disconnected or distracted, just take a deep breath in and out and you'll sink right back into the session. I'll send Reiki for 25 minutes, and at the end, you'll hear my voice come in and I'll welcome you to come back, and then I'll reopen the chat. You can ask any questions and I'll happily answer them. You can also share any individual experiences that you feel inclined to share, and I'll be more than happy to hear that out as well. During the session, I'll turn the lights down. You'll notice them moving slowly and gently from one color to the next. They won't flash or strobe. And I'll turn up the music. If you would like to learn more about our musical creator, she's linked at the bottom of the description. Her name is Cindy Loker, and she's got a beautiful YouTube channel and a website where you can even buy her royalty-free music to play on your streams or in your meditation classes or yoga classes as well. So I'm always here. You can always check me out 5 times a week, same days, same times, every week. You can also check out my website, learnreikiphiladelphia.com, to learn more about my live online Reiki certification courses, to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or to shop my crystal collection. So thank you so much for being here. I love having all of you here. This is so incredibly rewarding for me, and I'm so grateful for all of you. So let's go ahead back over to the grid and get into some Reiki. Christina, grateful for the power in new beginnings and for this collective harmony inspired by this group. Thank you. It's true that the Chinese concept of communal qi, the more people come together with the same intention, the greater the energy potential is magnified. It's absolutely palpable, and you can feel it here for sure. We would so gladly accept you, Danielle, in Ireland. Thank you. I have some family roots in Ireland too. Aw. Yes, let's get into some. And Americans did accept a lot of Irish people during the famine. That's when some of my people came over, and a lot of my Irish ancestry comes through Canada, through the Maritimes of Canada. Irish, Scottish, and French up there. But yeah. Thank you. Oh, I'm grateful for all of you. Thank you. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the Reiki sending. So grateful for all of you on this beautiful Friday night. So enjoy your session, and I'll see you in 25 minutes. I invite you to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. Gently wiggle your fingers and toes. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Thank you for being here. You could be anywhere and you chose to be here. It's an honor. If you have any questions or anything to share, go ahead and let me know. That grid really came out beautiful today. Thank you, everyone. Aw, thank you. Love and light on your search for a new castle. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Dell. And Dell, I'm not sure exactly where in Ireland they're from. One part of the family, Irish, Scottish, because there was part of the family that was Scots that came over to Ireland, and some were just Irish. Part of the family too was after the Armada. Some of the Iberian folks, Spanish and Portuguese, after the Armada was broken up, some of them settled in Ireland, and I'm descended from that as well. Which is super interesting. Yeah. Oh, you felt a good release. Oh, thank you, Christina. I'm glad that helped. Aw, you're welcome, Charmy. I truly appreciate you too. Thank you for that. Yes, Del, may we all walk in beauty. Well, I'm going to get ready to wind things down here with an abundance of gratitude for all of you. I do have some really good ideas for the channel that I want to start unrolling soon, or at least putting some polls out. So definitely be on the lookout for those. And your tarot for all 12 signs are up. So feel free to share them with folks. Feel free to check them out. Feel free to like those and like this stream as well. And I'll be back Sunday at 8 p.m. East Coast US time. Oh, good to see you, Heart. Lots of love to you and your family. And I hope you're doing well. You have a good night and a good weekend as well. Okay, everyone, with an abundance of gratitude, thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you all again soon. Take care and bye for now.